Welcome to Storytellers Anthropology. Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Today we are about to discuss the growth and development of world anthropology. Introduction. Anthropology, even though a new subject, occupies an important position in the academic arena of the world. Today, it is taught in almost all the famous universities of the world. Moreover, anthropologists are employed in different levels of administration. It took long time for anthropology to develop as an independent discipline of teaching and research. Even though human was intrinsically curious to know about worldly phenomenon, a systematic analysis of human life originated very late. Here we shall examine how the subject anthropology achieved its present status in the world and in India. The next slide is about to origin and development of world anthropology. Origin and development of world anthropology. We have just been familiarized with the meaning and the different areas of anthropology. Its wide and varied scope is one of its unique peculiarities. But do you think the scope of anthropology was so wide in the initial stage of its development? Anthropology is comparatively new subject, and the origin and growth of the subject has taken place through centuries. Any attempt to understand human life can be considered an introduction to anthropological understanding. The growth of anthropology in the world in different stages is discussed below by phases and period. Phases of development anthropology by T.K. Penniman's contribution. Different attempts have been made to recount the development of anthropology in the world. Among these, T.K. Penniman's contribution is worth mentioning. He classifies the development of anthropology into four periods: formulatory period, convergent period, constructive period, and critical period. He proposes this classification in his book 100 Years of Anthropology 1935 as discussed below. The first period is about to formulatory period before 1835. Formulatory period before 1835. This is the first and longest period in the history of anthropology. It extends from the time of the Greek historians, philosophers, and naturalists. Penniman considers Herodotus as the first anthropologist. Herodotus is also considered as the father of Greek ethnography. He traveled throughout the world and researched about races and customs entirely aligned to him. Herodotus collected a large number of facts about peoples in different cultural stages. He not only talked about the origin of culture but also described the spoken language, physical types, material culture, marriage and divorce, social laws, customs, etc. The next topic also is about formulatory period before 1835. Protagoras is another Greek philosopher who has contributed to the knowledge about human beings and culture. In his opinion, man is the measure of all things. He was the first to propose the theory of relativism. He also introduced the evolutionary scheme, which explains how different social traits come into existence. The next slide is also about formulatory period before 1835. Like another Greek scholar of this period is Socrates. He was of the opinion that every period, every society is guided by certain universal values. He mainly forwarded the philosophical aspect of social thinking. Plato, another Greek thinker, proposed the ideas about state, marriage, education, etc. According to him, humans outside social control are but animals, and it is really the society that makes the individual a social being. The next slide is also about formulatory period before 1835. Like Plato, Aristotle also proposed his view of the state and the humans. He had clearly understood the difference between functional and structural similarities. This is clear from the fact that he classified bats with the mammals and not with the birds, and the whales with the mammals and not with the fishes. Aristotle believed that the state determines the behavior of humans. Without law and justice, humans would be the worst of all animals, and he also proposed that human being is a social animal. In the medieval period, various travelers and explorers wrote details about the people they encountered. Among these, Marco Polo, Vasco da Gama contributed a lot towards the enrichment of knowledge on anthropology. The next topic is also about formulatory period before 1835. During the 17th century, Francis Bacon, Thomas Hobbes formulated different theories for the study of society. John Locke provided the metaphysical foundation upon which the anthropologists formulated their formal definition of culture. German philosopher Immanuel Kant wrote the book Anthropology in 1789, suggesting the animal origin of man, and concluded that human knowledge comes from pre-human condition. There was a lot of curiosity to learn about the different races of humankind during the 16th century. Demonstration of blood circulation by William Harvey in 1628 and the discovery of microscope by Leeuwenhoek opened a new world of study. Vesalius had made an attempt to compare human being with ape. The next slide is also about formulatory period. During 16th and 17th centuries, Christian missionaries traveled all around the world for the spread of Christian ideology, conversion of people into Christianity. They studied the culture of native people to make their attempt of conversion easy. During the period of colonization, British administrators conducted many studies on native people to make their administration easy. Egarth Hudson, Caste and Tribes of India, William Crook, Tribes and Caste of the Northwestern Provinces, Verial Elwin, Philosophy of Nathan, John Russell made significant contribution in anthropology by conducting various studies on the culture of different groups of India. Second one is convergent period 1835 to 1859. During this period, divergent views about the origin of biological and social aspects of human being were expressed by scholars of different countries. Among these, the contributions of Karl Marx, Charles Lyell, and William Smith are important. Marx accepted the dialectical process as the moving power of history. In the field of archaeology, Butcher departed his discoveries of flint implements at Abbeville 1838 and 1846. Dr. Rigolot's discovery at Saint Achiol 1854. Neanderthal discovery at Dusseldorf in 1857 gave a new outlook about human evolution. James Richard classified and systematized the facts about races of human in his book The Natural History of Man in 1833 and Physical History of Man in 1836. He proposed the differences of color, hair, stature and form and examined the criteria of racial classification. The convergence of all these ideas was completed with the publication of Charles Darwin's book, The Origin of Species, 1859. In this book, he proposed his theory of organic evolution, popularly known as Darwinism. With the publication of this book, physical evolution of human being based on scientific investigation was established. Thus, diversities of arguments expressed about origin of human beings and society come to end with this publication. Constructive period 1859 to 1900. During this period, anthropology started as an independent discipline in many universities. A department of anthropology was started in Oxford University in 1884 and Cambridge University in 1900. Scientific researches and publications by scholars like E.B. Taylor, James Fraser, Henry Maine, and L. H. Morgan came out during this period. Different branches of anthropology like ethnology, prehistory, social anthropology, physical anthropology has also evolved. Apart from England, Germany and USA, anthropological researches had flourished in France and some other countries as well. Contributions of Emile Durkheim in France helped to popularize anthropology in France. Constructive period, same as some important journals like American Journal of Folklore, Bulletin of the Royal Asiatic Society of Great Britain and Ireland, now known as MAN, etc., were also started during this period. Large numbers of anthropological articles were published in these journals. Colonial administrators had also published their reports and papers in this journal. The researches done by British officers like Edgar Thurston, Russell, and others facilitate the growth of anthropological tradition in India. Critical period, the fourth one, 1900 onwards. Pennyman used the term critical to denote this period because of the crucial contribution made to the development of anthropology during this period. Some significant developments had also marked this period. The first chair of social anthropology was started in 1908 in the University of Liverpool in Britain. It was chaired by Sir James Fraser. Same as critical period 1900 onwards. The first anthropology department in India was started in the University of Calcutta in 1920. In 1919, social anthropology had been introduced as a subject in the Department of Sociology at the University of Bombay. During this period, different schools of thought in anthropology were founded. Functional School of Thought, Structural School of Thought, School of Diffusion and Culture, and Personality School are prominent among them. Authors of this period specialized in theorizing the concepts, definitions, and different aspects of culture. For instance, B.K. Malinowski, based on his field expedition among the Trobriand Islanders, proposed his idea of functionalism. Radcliffe Brown, based on his study of the Andaman Islanders, established his theory of social structure during this period. Next slide is about conclusion. Similarly, the American scholars such as A.L. Koeber, Ruth Benedict, Margaret Mead, Clark Weisler played their own role in shaping the destiny of world anthropology. The next topic is about research methodology. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you from Storytellers Anthropology.